welcome back everybody. Today's video is going to be different. I'm going to be doing a little small sewing project. One of the issues that I face when I'm gardening and even being outside is that my hair is getting longer. I'm deliberately growing it out. And it does have some curl to it, and the second the slightest breeze hits it, it gets jacked up big time. So I have decided to make some headscarves for myself so I can keep my hair in check at least a little bit. It's a downloaded pattern that I got, just a nice simple headscarf, very simple. At least it looks relatively simple. I downloaded the pattern, printed it off, taped it together already. And so as you can see, it is the triangular piece for the actual scarf and then the actual ties for the scarf. And I cut 2 of each and then we start putting it together. So this should be interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and pin it down first. I need 2 of them. I've got my fabric already doubled up. And I like this stripe fabric. I got this from a really neat lady online. Please follow her channel if you get into the sewing and crafting arena. Her channel name is Katie Makes Stuff. She is a fantastic lady, and I buy a lot of fabric from her. She has a coffee page where she lists a lot of fabric like this. It's incredibly priced, and I got about 7 yards of this for about $20, and it's a fantastic fabric. So please check out her channel, and I'm going to go ahead and get busy and start pinning this. Okay, so I've got everything pinned down, and I am secure through, I need 2 of each. So, and this is, according to the pattern, a ½ yard. So I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting this out. I could use my rotary cutter, but I don't know. I've got a mat here. Trying to see. Why are my scissors so stiff? Well, it's not a very intricate pattern. I don't want to use my rotary cutter on my big mat here because it is cardboard. Now, over here, the green guy over here, that's actually a cut-proof mat that I use my rotary cutter with. And I love the darn thing. I'm not getting very straight edges, which is why I have a rotary cutter. But I don't want to use it right now because it's such a simple pattern. I had to be able to do this. It's been a while since I've been down here sewing. I got a new machine. It is a quilting and sewing machine. It is beautiful. I tried it out last night, got it all set up. It has about a bazillion stitch patterns that I can use, which I'm pretty stoked about. And I'm loving it. Okay, I'm going to turn. I'm not going to try and cut that direction. I just don't feel like that's a good idea. Let me get you resituated. Okay, so out of there. Kind of an awkward angle, but I don't want to have to tear apart this table to make one long cut. Well, I think part of the reason why my scissors are kind of struggling is the metal is really cold. It's very, I'm down, my work area is down in my basement. As you know, with the pantry is down here, all of my sewing is down here, my grow room is down here. And right now, it's not super cold out, but it's not super warm either, and I can really feel it today. So we've got that. And I'm going to cut out the other piece, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so according to my instructions, pretty detailed stuff here. Okay, what I need to do is I'm going to fold each of these in half, and I'm going to press them, and then I'm going to sew the length and then one end, because we're going to have to turn that inside out. And I think that's correct. With the right sides together, fold the tie in half and sew one long edge and across one short, using the same allowance. Repeat for the other strap and turn right side out. Yep, so that's pretty much it. So I'm going to do, I don't know, do I really need to pin that? Probably not. Just trying to be sure I've got it. Let's see, I don't have it even. Maybe I do need to pin this. At least to just hold it down. Just do it like that. We'll just do it like that. Okay. Oh, that worked pretty good. All right, let me get the other guy here. And I'm going to do my level best not to either burn myself or set my sweater on fire, because I like this sweater very much. Okay. Okay, so I've got them pressed, and I guess it's time to sew here. Okay, yep, that's about it. And I will pin it now because I don't want it scooching around on the machine. All right. Okay, I probably am going to need that iron again, so I will leave that plugged in, and I'm going to hit the sewing machine. Okay. So, probably, yeah, just do it like that. So I'm just going to come in. Yeah, probably a good idea if I put my glasses on, huh? Probably. It's so funny. I wear contacts because I'm seriously blind as a bat. But I wear contacts, but I've reached the age now that I have to have reading glasses. Anytime I do up close work, anytime I'm doing anything like that, I need to have that little extra boost. I'm trying to figure out why that end is not even. Yet this end is even. Who knows? All right. Well, instead of trimming it, I will just set it right there. Okay. Leave my needle in and turn it, then drop it down. Be sure I'm going to catch all the edges. Yes. Back button. Okay, so that's one. I can cut my threads here, and there we go. Put a pin over there, and get it situated right here. Yeah, I don't know why that one was crooked. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it though. Okay. Yeah, all I'm doing is doing a couple stitches, reversing it to lock it, and then I hit my corner, lift up, leave my needle down, and boom. Switch hands here. Here. Did I just drop it? Eh. Booger. Did I just drop it? Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Let's see here. Let's see if I can fix what I just did. It's a minor thing. Okay. Okay, let me see what I did. Yeah, I dropped it. I dropped the stitch is what I'm mumbling about over here. I accidentally, despite my best efforts, I actually went off the edge. But that's okay because I can back up to right where my stitches are and continue on down. I'm going to do the same thing, make a couple of stitches, back it up, lock up the stitch, and then move on. Perfect. Yeah, rather than trying to take out that entire set of stitches, there's no need to. One, it's a tie, and it's for me in the garden. It does not need to be show worthy. So, all right. So now I get to take my ties and, well, first I'm going to clip my threads, but as you can see, I went back and I caught it and picked it up. So we're good there. I'm going to cut my loose strings here, and then I'm going to turn my ties inside out. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I got our ties done, and those are ready to go. And this is all that's going to happen. We're going to lay a tie here and a tie here. And then we are going, actually, I've got this facing wrong. It needs to be the other direction. But just a picture that it is. And then we're going to take this guy, put it on top, overlapping. I'll try to overlapping there. We're going to sew all the way around. And then we're going to turn inside out. And then we're going to finish up the raw edge. And it's done, I think. According to the instructions, I believe. That's kind of it, and then we're done. So let's see how well this works. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I have the scarf pinned and set up, but I was going to go over something with you in case you haven't figured it out. I'm also a self-taught sewer, basically, and I have not made too many things as of yet, but this pattern, I found something, and let me know in the comments if I'm wrong with this here. But I physically went through this, and what the instructions say is that you're gonna place, like I said earlier, one of the headscarf pieces facing up, and then it says to place the tie with the raw edge on the inside, and then place your second piece of the headscarf pattern facing down. Well, that's all fine and well, except that unsewn raw edge, when you turn the scarf inside out to finish it, you're going to have raw edges poking out. Am I right? I mean, I looked at it every single direction I could think of, and it's like, no, that raw edge is going to be poking out your seam. And the only way to go over it is, I mean, that raw edge is going to stick out. It's the only way it could work. So what I did is I cheated a little bit, and I took the end, you can't really see it right here. I don't know if I can turn it for you to see here, but what I did is I took the iron, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but I turned the edges in and pressed them flat, and then I'm just going to sew over it that way so that even when it shows, it will look finished, because it's the only way I can think of to do it. It's just, it has to be a mistake in the pattern. That's the only thing I can come up with, because once you turn it right side out, those raw edges will show. There's no way to avoid that. So I have to assume that it was just a mistake in the pattern. It's an Etsy downloadable pattern. I forget. I think the name of the company is Aura, A-U-R-A. So I think it was just a simple mistake, but that's the way I'm going to do it. It's not going to change the outcome other than it will just look neat and tidy, and I won't have raw edges from the tie strings poking out. So I'm going to do that real quick, and all I have to do from this point is I'm just going to leave a gap just big enough that I can, turn everything right side out and pull it through. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back with you. Okay, so things got weird with this even further. I am probably in the comments, you're all going to be like, no, do it this way, and please put the right way in there if you know of a different one. But obviously when I turned it inside out, then of course I can't pull the ties through. So one of two things are happening. I'm banking heavily on the first, which is I'm having a complete and total brain fart, meltdown / implosion, and I'm just not getting it. The other option is that the pattern is just weird. But I'm banking on it's probably user error in this case, myself. So I have changed it up a little bit. I did a kind of a cheat. So what I'm doing is okay. So what I've done is I did it like this instead. I turned it right side out. I still have my hole to close, but I went and took the raw edges of the ties, tucked them in, pressed them, inserted them into the hole. I took the ties out, made the small hole in the edges here. Like I said, turned the edges under just slightly with the raw edge, poked it in the hole, sewed across the top. I'm good. But it's just weird because I know that either I'm just not with the program, or the pattern is just bizarre. And I'm blaming myself on this one. But I don't know. Just if it's me, then it's like, why can't I figure this out? And if it's not me, why would you do this to somebody? So I'm gonna clip my threads, and I'm going to press it and turn the edges under, and then I'm just going to do a very, very edged stitch right there. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am closing it up right now. I've decided to go just all the way across in one long stitch. Hang on here. There we go. Almost done here. I gotta hang on to it. Okay, lock up the stitch here. Okay, that should be it. Okay, so I cheated a little bit, but I think by going across the top made for a very nice edge. Good seam, it's nice and strong, so it's not going anywhere. I'm just really confused about the pattern. But like I said, I'm very new to sewing. I never wanted to sew at all in my life. And when I started homesteading, it was all about the garden and then preserving and, providing for my family. And then it has evolved. And I just woke up one day and was like, I want to try this. And I still have a white brand. It's a brand, it's called White. They don't make them anymore. They were bought out by Vascarna. I think I'm saying that right, I hope. And I started practicing on that, and I've made some things. I've made coasters, bookmarks. I've made drawstring bags. Matter of fact, hang on, I'll show you what I've made. So, like I said, I've made cloth bookmarks. I've made cloth coasters and that kind of thing, and I also have made drawstring bags. But yeah, I've even done box corners. So I'm not completely new, but yes, I am completely new at this. And this is actually the first downloaded pattern I've ever done. The other patterns, basically, I just followed YouTube tutorials from a couple of really great ladies out there. This is where I did the drawstring bag, and it was just measurements and just follow along with the video. So this is my first downloadable pattern that I've made. It bothers me that I could not figure out, because I was following what they were saying, but then it turned into a impossibility of, you can't do that because when you turn it out, then the ties won't come out, and on and on. If you guys know what happened or what I did wrong, for heaven's sakes, please feel free to point that out to me, because it will bother me. Or the other thing is that it will suddenly hit me what I did wrong or what was wrong. About 3 in the morning, I'll bolt upright in bed going, that was it. So at any rate, we did it. I now have a headscarf to kind of commandeer my hair when I'm out in the garden, which is absolutely fantastic. I love it. And this will not be the last one I make. If nobody can figure out what was going on, I can't figure out what was going on with this pattern, I will just continue to do it the way I did on this one. And, oh, by the way, this is the first time I've used a pattern that had, hey, check it out. Look at my ties. I actually did good on the ties. They kind of go together. The pattern actually works out together. Okay, cool. So I don't feel like a failure. I feel like I did good work. I'm very happy with the finished piece. And matter of fact, I may actually just throw this in the washer and dryer tonight. I've already washed the fabric, but I want to see after, now that it's put together, how it looks after it's been washed and dried. Because obviously, being for garden use and that kind of thing, it is going to get washed a lot. So, but I did it. I made a headscarf. I'm very proud of myself. It's very scary because I really do want to get to where I can make my own clothes. And that's kind of exciting. That's really exciting. So, but here we are, and I hope you enjoyed coming along with me while I tried this new project. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself, guys. Thank you for being here. And we are getting closer and closer to seed starting. We are not going to have too many cold nights. We're going into the second week of February, but it has been warm. It's going to stay warm. We're through, after we had the whole ice storm, snowmageddon thing throughout the United States, that was pretty much the end of it. And we're now holding in the mid-60s here where I'm at, and pretty much I'm going to be starting seeds real soon, and I am going to be bringing you all along with me. So I look forward to the time we get together here again, and we should meet up again here in a few days, and I will see you soon. You all take care of yourselves, and I love you guys. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.